The tale of Goatman's Bridge, a dark and twisted legend that has haunted the town of Denton, Texas for decades, otherwise known as Old Alton Bridge. The structure has earned a reputation for far more than its history as an old rusted bridge. The story begins with the tale of Oscar Washburn, a goat herder who lived near the bridge in the 1930s. He was known as a kind, hard-working man. Washburn raised goats and became known as the Goatman in the area. But his life took a tragic turn when, according to legend, he proudly hung a sign on the bridge that read, "This way to the Goatman." Local clan members, enraged by his presence and success, decided to act. They stormed into his home, dragged him to the bridge and hung him and left him for dead. But when they went to check on his body, he was gone. Some say he escaped. Others say his spirit remained, lurking in the woods, filled with vengeance. And since that night, countless stories have surfaced of a half-man, half-goat creature haunting this bridge, a figure with glowing red eyes that strike terror into those who dare to cross. Visitors report feeling an eerie presence, hearing whispers in the wind, and on some nights, the sharp sound of cloven hooves echoing against the old iron bridge. The Goatman, they say, is still watching, still guarding the place where he met his end. But this legend isn't just stories passed down. People to this day are still reporting strange encounters. People like me. My own experience at Goatman's Bridge is a memory I won't ever forget. One night, my sister and I decided to go ghost hunting there. We figured it was mostly just legend, and at first, nothing happened. We had been to Old Alton Bridge multiple times prior, but at different times and reasons. We stood on the bridge above the river below, surrounded by the thick, silent woods, and felt only the night air around us. But as the night pressed on, something shifted. The atmosphere grew heavy. We were the only ones there, except for a car we'd seen parked in the parking lot. No other signs of life. No animals, no people walking around, no one even fishing. I had read online that if you knock on the bridge 3 times, you conjure the Goatman. I tried that a few times, but again, nothing. Then, from somewhere up in the trees, we started hearing it. The sounds of branches breaking, snapping like something or someone was snapping them, and then we hear a splash as if that something was throwing those branches into the water below. We searched everywhere, shining our lights into the shadows in every direction, but found nothing. No movement, no creature, just the feeling that we weren't alone, and as if these sounds we were hearing were on a constant loop. This thing that was doing this wasn't even fazed by our presence, as we purposely made loud noises to try to scare it, thinking it was an animal. My sister wanted to go find a specific tree rumored to have the numbers 666 spray painted on it. I agreed just to get away from the mysterious branch breaking noises, though by then, every instinct was telling me to turn back. We found this tree deep in the woods, and as we stopped to take pictures, I felt it, a presence close by, as though it was watching us. My sister and I had been laughing about something, but then we both heard it. Snapping branches behind me, I turned around ready to face whatever it was. Nothing but the darkness. It was almost as if these woods we were in had just swallowed us. I wanted to go back to the bridge to go find out what was breaking the branches, and maybe we missed something. We made our way back, and then that's when I felt it. A sharp, burning pain on my right ankle. At first, I thought it was a bug bite. There's a lot of bugs at this place, especially at night. But when I looked down, I saw 3 distinct scratches, red and stinging. That was enough. A wave of anger swept over me, a feeling so intense and unnatural that I knew we had to leave right at that moment. We angered something, or we angered the Goatman himself. And to this day, I wonder what was hiding in those trees, throwing branches into the water, trailing us through those woods, and what left those scratch marks on my ankle. Was it the Goatman himself, or something else? Whatever it was definitely real. Real enough that I'll never look at that bridge or those woods the same way ever again. Are places like Goatman's Bridge really haunted? Or do our minds just play tricks on us in the shadows? Maybe it's just a story, or maybe there's something out there, watching, waiting, hiding in the dark. You won't know until you experience it yourself. Remember, the shadows follow you everywhere.